live broadcast. Please wait. Hello, this is just a test. I'm not sure if it has started streaming yet. This is just a test. 4K 50 frames per second, 50 because I live in Europe. From a Mac Studio. I set it to unlisted to begin with, so if you don't see it live, that's why. Kind of thought that would be interesting to see what it can do. So let's. I'm sending out 40 megabits right now. Yeah, 4 megabytes per second up to YouTube for streaming. Holy moly. And I also set the output of my Sony camera to 4K. It's usually only in 1080p when I'm doing everything, actually. But I just upped it to 4K. I don't think I will be streaming from the Mac Studio in the future because I don't know. I only have one video input on the studio, and that's I could have two, like the Camlink. And in the in my gaming rig, I now have. Let me show you. Got this one, Camlink Pro, and it has 4 HDMI inputs. So the idea was that I could take some of my older GoPros like this, that has an HDMI out, and that could be a video input. And hang on. Like this was my old streaming camera, only 1080. I could use that as a video input, but I have just ordered some more HDMI cables. And of course I could use hang on. This 4K camera. So I was thinking I could do like a pinball session and have 4 cameras up at one time and different angles in OBS, but that would need to be on my PC if I need more than two video inputs. Yeah. So this is actually just a test. So let's. Oh, it says I'm not streaming. So am I streaming to my other? Oh, I might be streaming to my other channel. Let's have a look. Scheduled. Oh, I am. It's just a different. Yeah, right. I was looking at a different stream setting. It is running actually. Good. Good. Is it audio? Or is too much audio? Let's have a look. It is there. Yeah, okay. So let's try. Bonk. So the focus on my camera right now is set to manual because that lens has a it doesn't have a fixed aperture, but it has what's it called? The aperture changes with the zoom, and when I felt like when I was doing autofocus, face tracking, it would just wobble a bit, and it was slightly annoying to look at. So I set it to manual focus. Let me see. And right now I do not use my studio lights. I just use light from outside on the window facing north. So I don't have direct sunlight. Only have I only have indirect sunlight. But it is a summer day. And most of the time after work I will need to use the studio lights. So, yeah. And what I really needed to do is I needed to get a lens with a deeper, what's it called? Field of view, or not field of view, more focus, because this is a bit too shallow when I'm all zoomed out like this, and it's hard to have everything in complete focus. And you could say it doesn't mind. It might actually look cooler if it's slightly out of focus. Perhaps it looks more professional, but I also have my. Can I turn it on? Yeah. So can you read that? And I'm not sure what I would do with a 4K stream. It is fun to play with. So, and the load on my Apple Mac 1, what is it? It's not an Ultra, it's a Max. The lowest tier Mac Studio. It says, I would say 25% load on it right now, roughly. I don't know. I have a hard time looking at the CPU and GPU load. So anyway, yeah. So that's out of focus behind there, right? Let's turn it off again, if I can. So there you go. Yeah, so a small test. I might make this public, just streaming from a Mac Pro. Could I share my screen? I think I can. Hang on. I just need to. I would like to see the what's it called? The load on the processor. That would be interesting to see how loaded is it. So it's a base Mac Studio, old one. I got the M1 just a few months before the new M2 came out, but it's plenty fast for me. And also working on a video of the Cases NVMe external drive. Thought that could be interesting as well, because a internal disk space in a Mac is just, too bloody expensive. Let's have a look here and see. Yes, yeah, okay. Share screen. Mac OS screen capture. Create new. Yeah, that's a royal mess, isn't it? Let's take the other screen. Dell. Oh. Yeah, I should have a different scene for this, but so here you can see the load. And here you can see that as well on the CPU running OBS at 4K 50 frames per second. As you can see, around 4 megabytes out. So yeah, interesting. So will I be streaming from my Mac? I don't know. I don't see why, but it was certainly interesting to test. So okay, let's remove that again. I mean, I was thinking I might record some videos actually that then will get uploaded to YouTube. I just have to do a slight edit on, and then I would have multiple screens. I would have like whatever I want to show over here, and I might zoom in on myself a bit and then like go like this. you know, yeah, something like, yeah, who knows? It's something I'm toying with, so, and this is where I should remember to set the boundaries, I can do that afterwards, of the transform, and I have to log it to the edit transform, bounding box scale to inner bounds in OBS, because then when I change the resolution back to 1080p on that camera, I will not have problems with it resizing. So, radio. Good. End of stream. I don't want to make this too long because I wanted them to render it and then see what does it look like in. Well, I suppose I could. Hang on just a sec. I suppose I could just have a brief look. Live. Ding 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 ding. I'll just have a look at myself here. Mute audio. Whoa! Holy crap. Streaming 4K, yes sir. Holy crap. That's crazy. Okay. Well, it's definitely possible using a 4K camera, a Camlink, and a Mac Studio M1 Max. I think not the Ultra. Okay. Stop streaming. See you around. You will not be able to